Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some really cool news to go cover over here, and especially when it comes and pertains to the PlayStation 5 restocks. Now, as you guys probably know, we've been doing that a lot on our channel itself, and one big thing to note is that stock has been mostly pretty readily available. And if you guys also probably know, I am in the pretty much maybe only a few more days, if even that, left on the PlayStation 5 restocking grind to take number one, a kind of nice break, and number two, kind of start focusing a little bit more on content, because I've been doing a little bit too much content. I want to try to fine tune it, make it better, and of course edit it, make it nice, all that type of stuff. But with this, we actually have an official statement right now from the PlayStation and the PlayStation blog, basically all talking about the restock, talking about the supply shortage and everything all in between, and in all honesty, has been very good news. Mainly because for this, we've been working on this for quite some time. We're into year 3 right now with the consoles, and at the end of the day, I think it's been pretty much overdue for us to almost be done with this plate restocking stuff. So obviously, I'm going to go talk about that a little bit more in depth, because a little bit more personal, as well as also a lot of channel changes coming in the future. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for that. But in the future too, as well, it just at some point you can just walk into Amazon or Walmart or Target and just go get your console, and we're almost at that future, which is maybe another 8 months ago. Even then, I would have been surprised to hear that. So we're going to talk about this and talk about Sony's official statement, and hopefully, as well, I can finally go and take a day off. We also have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. Would love to have you guys go follow that on up. We have the Target links, we have the Howl links, we have everything else between that too as well. And let's talk about this official statement over here on, well, the blog. So, in case you guys don't know, we've had many big official statements from the executives, Jim Ryan, and everyone in between, talking about how they want to go and try their best to fix the stock, how they want to try their best to make the stock, well, basically readily available, and we want to make sure that, the consoles, it's almost unacceptable in their mindset, especially with shareholders and stockholders, for there to be an issue on supply for so long. Every single day for those big restocking issues where there was no consoles being sold, well, they weren't making money when Amazon sold out in 2 seconds. From that, well, I mean, they still made it from Amazon buying it, but you know what I mean. And of course, a lot of stockholders want to know what's going on, and Sony did go and step up after saying multiple times they would. But now they have their official blog post over here stating this, and it's, well, kind of cool and kind of music to my ears. PlayStation kicks off the new year with increased supply of PlayStation 5 consoles. New spot. I have no idea what the new spot means, but the big thing to note is that the PlayStation itself has gone on record, like I said, from executives, board meetings, shareholder meetings, and now even publicly on the PlayStation blog. And even with this going public and being promoted and being talked about, and even probably with my own YouTube videos, the tweets from other restock trackers that used to do it, all this stuff, it seems as of right this second, the stock is still there. Now, if you guys are kind of watching our day-to-day videos as well, probably not all you guys, or probably not need to, because a lot of you, I think you guys have gotten your consoles as of now, but you guys can go and look even right on the page itself. The PlayStation 5 normal console available to be purchased from PlayStation directly itself, literal PlayStation Direct, is currently available. The digital edition, although sadly not the good one, the raw one, the digital bundle still available for God of War. Great game, still worth picking up. And then same with the console one for God of War Ragnarok. And I do really think this has probably been the most genius side. They were able to go bundle these and make a lot more extra money. And at the end of the day, I think it did kind of go and fix the PS5 supply shortage from all this stuff over here. So this article saying live from PS5 celebrates extraordinary game worlds and invites more players to join the fun. So since the launch of the PlayStation 5 just over 2 years ago, we've introduced incredible games like God of War Ragnarok, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West, and Returnal, which showcase the boundless creativity of our development community and the extraordinary experiences they've been able to build on our platform. To all of our fans, thank you for your patience as we navigated unprecedented demand for the PS5 console amid global challenges. If you're looking to purchase a PS5 console, you should now have a much easier time finding one at retailers globally. Now, this is big, because like I've said before, and you guys have probably seen my channel, we have made, at this point, 1,000 probably plus restock videos. You have no, I've made 4,000 videos so far in a 2-year period. I've done over 5 videos on average for over 2.5 years. I am a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. This is why, like, for me, I've been talking with an editor. We're gonna get our stuff kind of a little bit better. Probably like a one good video a day, maybe like a bonus commentary one, kind of like the usual style you guys have seen. And I would also like to do a lot more shorts because I do think they kind of fit the style of my content quite a bit. Where a lot of these good stories might be able to go fit into a smaller video or lumped into like a nice 2-3 minute segment, or as well into a short. So be on the lookout for that in the very near future, because I want to make sure you guys are actually watching content. And I do want to put a little bit more extra effort my own self, because we put such a big focus on restocks and trying to help folks. And I think we kind of did our job. Like, I don't think I ever missed a day. Even on Christmas itself, I tried my best to make sure everyone in the PlayStation community can get their consoles. So seeing the line, you should have an easier time to go and find and get these at a console, like, you know, at an Amazon thing, get the consoles easier at like an Amazon, Target, Walmart, whatever. Man, this is a really good feeling to me. Like, I still want to have an official, like, thank you, official wind down, official, like, let me take a few days off post. But this is cool. Like, I love seeing this. So they're saying for players in the US, UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, a lot of our EU homies, be sure to check out the direct at PlayStation to purchase a PS5 console, games, and accessories directly from PlayStation. PS5 products are also available at participating retailers globally. Which, once again, this is basically Sony going on record saying it's not fully done. We could probably round up and say it pretty much is. Like, for us, some people were taking months to find their console before, literal months. Now, if it takes you like a few days or like a few extra days or like a week to ship it, say from Walmart, usually it's about a week for them, at least for the digitals, that's not bad. Like, at the end of the day, like, compared to having to wait literal months, some people I know waited over a year because they're just hard with bots and scalpers and everything in between. It's pretty clutch done. Like, they even admit to it, it's not done, but I think we all kind of know in our hearts, it's pretty much almost getting there. Now, I always kind of think, like, whenever it's fully 100% done is when they're available on the shelves all the time. They are still in that awkward teetering thing where they're selling out a lot. A lot of normal folks still think these consoles are harder to find, but it is really well good. So basically, they also want to invite more people in the PlayStation 5 community to join the fun with our new spot, live from PS5. The best games often make us feel like we're being transported into amazing worlds filled with adventure, riveting action, and memorable moments. With PS5 features like high-fidelity 4K visuals, usual sellout stuff, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, etc., developers are making games that feel more immersive than ever. This new spot hints at the breadth of extraordinary experiences taking place in the PS5 universe through the style of a Not Live's news channel too as well. So very interesting thing to go and see. Probably just like, there's a little extra bonus, a little extra promotion, all of that. But I think the bigger thing for this one still is on the restock side. Guys, it does seem like this shortage is pretty much almost done, if not already done in the first place. That's why I might even, like I was saying before in my earlier video, that was probably one of the last weekly restocks I'll ever have to do, because it just seems like stock is there, unless the PS5 or PS5 Pro or Slim or PS6 goes a little bit crazy. I think we're almost free. It almost feels like there's gonna be like a huge weight off my chest, because I think it did go a little bit too hardcore, but I did, in my honest opinion, like some pretty good intentions to make sure everyone can get their consoles the best they can. But this is like Sony officially addressing it. They've gone on record stating they're gonna try their best. They've gone on record stating they wanted to spend more extra money to make sure people can get their consoles. And I will say, especially even throughout this year, I think it's been good. I was saying before, if all the stock kind of stayed stable between February or so, that it's probably done. And so far, at least as of now, I think one major big retailer this entire month of January did always have at least a little bit of stock available. So whether it was like, say, Best Buy sold out completely, guess what? So Walmart still had stock. Or maybe Walmart had like maybe a few days, like 3 days or so, where their stock went out. That also meant that Target and maybe say like a PlayStation Direct would still have stock. Or for some odd reason, Anton Line also had stock for probably the past month or so, and I'm very surprised on that one, because you would think a smaller retailer would have sold out at some point, but no, they would have still been kicking. So it does seem like Sony has officially stated the stock should be chill, the stock should be easier to find, that continuing and going on forward, this should be easier. Because don't forget, there's also like 30 million plus consoles sold. It's probably like a 31 at this point from that, because the information is a bit older. But like, that's just like, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of other people that are not competing. There's also a lot of those people who don't have that like hyper demand, where someone wants to spend like $900 on a console. So now that that's all done and good and cleared and taken away, it just basically goes to show that it seems like the shortage is pretty much over, if not already done. So it's kind of cool to see that PlayStation stepping up and making these blog posts, and they're just kind of saying like, hey, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming over here for PS5 games. They're gonna have a lot more stuff on the way, such as Final Fantasy, Hogwarts, Marvel's Resident Evil remake, Street Fighter, and all these other big things like Destiny 2 Lightfall and all these other big things as well. So Sony's getting excited. I'm getting excited to move on and talk about other gaming content and make some other doper videos with some good editing and maybe kind of tone down the amount of uploads. Like I said, I'll probably talk about that more in a proper video, but seeing Sony officially address this, it kind of gives like a nice little almost closing chapter to our books for all the PlayStation 5 restocks. So we're going to talk about that in the next upcoming few days, so be on the lookout for that one. And obviously, probably take a few days off too as well. Just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for all these things throughout the year, whether you guys are new or old. I appreciate you guys all so much for being here. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for all the future stuff. As well, we have the Twitter and Twitch room if you guys want to follow. We have the Target links, we have the Amazon links, we have the Howl links as well for their last few days of the promotion. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.